quickly change over one quick little thing. I have to quickly change it to Islanders, not Boston. That was from the other game. So let me quickly do that. Take off the Bruins. There we go. So we are all ready for the game tonight. We have got one little thing to say, and that is that it is PLD, Pierre-Luc Dubois' 600th game of the season. Obviously, this is, I think, the Islanders' first home game. They did have a game against, I believe it was Pittsburgh, which I think they lost. So it'll be cool to see how we perform. Obviously, we know these sort of teams pretty well. Matthew Schaefer coming out now. Very slow to get all their players out, even slower than the Caps were. Bo Horvat coming out now. Anders Lee coming out now. Finish off the home opener. Opening thing. Hopefully we do a bit better than we did the first game. Obviously, we had like 38 shots on net or something ridiculous. Just couldn't put anything in the back of the net apart from Tom Wilson, who is great for everyone else that isn't a Caps fan. Because they will not like that one bit. We're getting ready for the start of the game here. National anthem about to happen. American Idol person. Okay. Last one. I've got two monitors. Looked at this one last time. This is just bigger. It's just better for my viewing experience and doesn't really take anything from your view at all. So all good. Have a look at the starting lineup here. Obviously, everyone knows what happened last time we were over on the island. 895. Very historic day, as everyone knows. Okay. About to get underway here on the island. Don't know who the starting roster is here. I'm assuming Ovi, Protus. Thompson getting the nod again here. Lingren not getting it in yet. Wonder when his first real game will be. Obviously, last year we went one then the other throughout the season. Ended up being slightly more for. Actually, it was about. It ended up being very, very even because both goalies ended up getting injured. So it'll be interesting to see where we go from here. Obviously, Thompson is our number one. Looks like Ovi's actually starting on the bench here. Oh, he will be coming out for a little face-off draw with some Islanders fans here, though. And there's Leonovi there. Realistically, even if you're an Isles fan, getting to see Ovi and handshake him is such a big thing, especially after obviously breaking the record and all of that happening against the Islanders as well. So it's even bigger, it being that fact as well. Okay, here we go. The start of the season coming up here. Sorokin in net for the Isles. Like 24 saves on 28 shots compared to 19 and 21. Logan in net here. Do need to get an away jersey. I have this TJ Oshie Screaming Eagle. A home OV1 from about 3 years ago. I also do have a Backstrom alternate 2021-22 jersey. Looks like we're playing our third line here. Duhaime, Dowd, and Bouvillier with Sandin, and I think it is Matt Roy here. Thompson playing it from behind his net. Sandin fell over there, and we get it out of zone and then swing it straight back in. Behind our net here, trying to get it out the zone. Sloppy start from both sides here. Start connecting the passes here, right? Caps with it, just holding it in their zone. Well, both teams change. McMichael's playing with Strom here. Protus, Dubois, Wilson's on the line. Bouvillier, Lapierre, Leonard also seem to be playing on the line. So we're having a mix-up of men even to start it. Carlson playing with Ferravari, Sandin with Roy, Chikrin with Van Riemsdyk. Caps taking it through. Protus here. Dumps it towards net. Wilson chasing. Almost had a breakaway. Couldn't quite catch up to the puck. Clear the zone. Chikrin dumping it around the boards. Ovechkin picking it up behind the net here. Pass it. Tries to put it in front. Dump towards the net. Wide. Can't seem to clear the zone here, the Isles. Ovi with it. Sends it in on net. The bopping puck. And just like that, it's 1-0 to Washington. Ferravari with the first of the game. Ferravari's literally switched with Ovi there with their spots. Ovi sent it on. On one knee was the defender. Bounced straight off them into an empty left-hand side to Sorokin's right. Picks it up and just backhands it. Well, not even facing the direction of the net either. Came from behind the net and just dumps it into the net, and it's 1-0 really early in the game here. 18-10 left of the first. Great start here for the Caps. Bit of a delayed face-off here. I'm not sure. The Islanders are very happy. It's very silent in the barn. Looks almost sold out as well, but obviously this early in the game, not everyone's in their seats yet. Everyone's getting their beers and hot dogs. Protus here up on the boards. In the corner behind Sorokin here. Isles trying to get it out. They fall over. We keep it in the zone. Almost a turnover resulting in a goal there. Isles have it behind their net. They'll change their men. Coming up the right hand side here. Running straight into 4 Caps players. Dumped in now. Starting to cycle now. Slap shot on. Lapierre blocked it, and they'll make a breakout. Bouvillier might have a step here. Behind the net. He sends it in front. Ryan Leonard almost had it on his stick right in front. It would have been a for sure goal there. Sandin playing in the boards behind the net. Bouvillier trying to help out. And they're working back through the centre here, the Islanders. 3-on-3 here. Cuts it back to the defenseman. Blocked down by Thompson into the corner. Roy taking it from behind the net now. Trying to dump it in. Hit onto Leonard. Trying to get it out. Leonard with it. And they'll change. Drops it back. Sandin playing slow. We're getting the third line on here. Sandin working through the centre. Stumped in to the corner. Bullied off the puck there. Ovi keeps it in. I think. Was it Ovi? Looked like Ovi. I think it was Roy, actually. I think it was a delayed offside there, though. 16-12 left here. And they'll restart the face-off here. Don't know why exactly, but that's what will happen. Isles make it into the zone, dump it in on Thompson, who just gloves it and waits for a whistle. Spencer Carberry here, 91, 54, and 20 as a head coach. Obviously won the Jack Adams Award last year. Dell taking the face off here, defensive draw. And he wins it, pulls it back to Sandine. No, Ferrari, sorry. It's dumped back in. Caps pick it up. Try to work it out, and that's going to be an icing. Waved off. Apparently it hit someone on the way. And the Isles working through the centre here. Driving real wide. Ferrari working well to knock him off the puck here. A 4-1-2 coming. Dowd plays it across to Carlson. It fell off his stick. Ferrari plays it across. The Protus shoots it on. It's deflected out and into the netting. Protus is getting bigger. He's now 6'6", 250 pounds, 6'6". Ooh, I think he was 220 last season, so he's put on a considerable amount over the summer and even a little bit more height as well. I know his brother is 6'4", 200 as well. Some big brothers. Obviously, Ilya won't be playing for us for now. He's over at Hershey. Caps turn it over here. Wilson plays it to Chychrun, who shoots. It's deflected up into the netting yet again. Tom Wilson at 6'4" is the shortest person on this line, with Dubois also on there at 6'4". I think Wilson might be 6'3" actually. Chychrun driving it all on his own, plays it back to the point, shoots, took a few bounces. Wilson playing it to Chychrun, almost lost it in the zone. It's on the line here, and Barzell's trying to get it out here, ends up losing it there. Cap send it back in, and I think a big hit behind the net there. Protus plays it. Dubois tries to put it on. Puts another shot on. Protus lifts it high over the net there. Had some good looks early here. Both teams looking for the first win of the season. Obviously, we lost 3... Was it 3-1? I think it was 3-1. One of them being an empty netter. Good chance there for Islanders. Thompson was able to block the couple of attempts there. Playing in the corner, and he's hit down in the corner by Roy. They clear the zone, but they'll play it back into their end to set it up. Obviously, Islanders lost. I think it was 3-0 to Pittsburgh, and we lost 3-1. Almost had a step there. Pajot driving, tries to center it. It goes up in the air, and Thompson catches it behind his net. Love the new addition to his helmet. If you don't already know, on the back plate of his helmet, Thompson has all of the defenders on the back. So he's got Carlson's number, Chychrun's number, all the numbers that I think there's 7 of them, if that's correct, because we've got an extra D man on the squad. All of them on the back. Obviously, hoping that we keep them by the end of the season, otherwise it'll be slightly anticlimactic, but I don't have them in my fridge. They're just room temperature, but my room is slightly cold anyway. Please sponsor me. As I said before, it is PLD's 600th career game here. Tom Wilson praising Matthew Schaefer, apparently. Obviously. A good guy off the ice, apparently. Okay, shot on. Deflected there. Islanders has a good attempt there. Caps trying to clear the zone here. Bouvillier dumps it out the zone. Chasing is Lapierre. He manages to get there, plays it in front. Whoa. Each managed to get it to Leonard there, who had a chance. A couple of the Caps players had a lot of chance there. Bouvillier also. Behind the Islanders' net, it ends up hitting the net, and a whistle will come, an offensive draw. Great speed there by Lapierre to get to that puck, creating that chance. Bouvillier had 2 shots on net there from that. Leonard was also there on the back door to go around the net to try and help out, try and get anything going himself. Not seeing much of Ovechkin, obviously. Got an assist early on the go-ahead goal, but we do want to see what he can add to the team as well. Chicken keeping it in on the line there. Tries to send it along. Wilson with a bump onto... Don't know who that is, number 6. They clear the zone, but Caps take it back in. Dump it in now. Chasing for it is Protus, but it's dumped towards the Caps end. Beautiful edge work by TVR there. Chikrin will dump it all the way around the boards. Beautiful pass from Wilson. Sends it all in front for Protus. Protus with it. Tried to put it back to Wilson, but whiffs on it. Schaefer putting the pressure on. Schaefer's looking like he's going to be a very offensive forward. Came up all on his own while the rest of his line was changing. Strome trying to keep it in the offensive zone there, loses out, and they'll come back through the Caps end, centers it. Great defense there by Strome, and they'll dump it behind. Sorokin with it, will pass it to the defenseman there. Ovi applying a bit of pressure, obviously. Right in front of Sorokin, scoring 895 on him in that last game against him of last season. Ovi only needs 3 more for 900. An assist this game. Sundin working it through. Jumped for that one there. Caps taking it back in though. Dowd on this left hand side. Tries to centre it. Does to Ferravari. A shot on. Chested that away from Sorokin. Caps still with it behind the net here. Tangled in the corner, and Isles will get it out the zone. Caps still with it. Ferravari will keep it. Stretch pass here to Sordif. He puts it in on net. Looking for a deflect from Bouvillier. It goes wide. Carlson quite can't keep it in there. A 4-on-3 coming here. Caps players are getting it back though. Tries to centre it. It's sticked away by Thompson. A stretch pass goes wickedly wrong from the Caps, and it'll go all the way down and come back for an icing. Defensive draw here. Shots were 5-1 for Washington. I feel like Islanders have had a few more than that, to be fair. Maybe they were blocked, so haven't counted. A shot on is blocked. I have a feeling that just went out, but they'll say it was in. Colson battling in the corner with Barzell. Isles still with it across the blue line. One fakes it, shoots off a skate, and they'll get it out of the zone. Washington under pressure here by the Isles. Schaefer looking in great form early. He's coming through the center again. He's putting a lot into this team. Looking honestly more effective than Bedard during what I've seen from him in the highlights of the other game and this game here. Looking more comfortable than a lot of people who have been in for a little while. Good play there by Islanders. Got a shot off, but it went over the top of the net. Chikrin collects it behind the net. We'll get a breakout going. OV plays it to Dubois, but it bounces off his feet, and Islanders now with possession. Schaefer passes it back to Pollock. Working through centre now. Roy collects it to Strome, who dumps it to centre. OV applying pressure. Strome almost went through a couple of players there. Barzell tried to chip it over the stick. It was batted mid-air. A high stick And a little break here. A lot of action in the last 5 minutes, mostly from the Islanders. Caps have had probably the more dangerous chances, but the pressure that Islanders have been putting on them has been quite a lot here. So if you're lonely, know I'm here ready for you. Bum 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 bum. I'm just a crosshair. You know I'm here ready for you. Okay, we're about to get back into it in a quick second here. Caps put it in their end here. They'll cycle in their own zone, try and get a breakout. Cross there's a Tordif who can't keep it on his stick. It's dumped back into the Caps end. Caps coming back to try and collect it. Tordif will try and make a breakout pass. Doesn't get the pass through the defenseman. He'll pick the pocket there. Caps with it in their own zone. Breakout. 3-on-2 coming here from the third line. The delay. Try and get it across. Sandine will pick it up and they'll restart the cycle. Line changing. F1 getting on a big boy line here. Second line here with all the big guys. Protif's bumping a player behind the net there. They'll keep it in the zone. A turnover and a shot on net from Protus, and it's 2-0. A turnover on the blue line. Went straight to Protus behind the defenders. Picks it up right in the mid slot and just turns and shoots, and it goes straight past Sorokin. Have a quick another look here. Chickering keeps it in. Goes straight to them. Islanders half asleep. Weren't paying attention. And it just goes straight on his stick. He turns around, puts it block aside into the top left-hand corner. Chychrun just beautiful turnover, resulting in a goal there. 2-0 for the Caps this early in the game is beautiful. Just what we want from the boys here on the island. I'm just a You know I'm here, ready for you. Big save by Sorokin there. Almost 3-0 there. Lapierre sends it on short side, almost stopped in by Leonard. Cycling it well. This young line is doing really well. Went back in front. Almost another shot on a foot race. Beautiful Ryan Leonard dives. Superman dives it, stops the breakaway. And Roy's racing for it now. Almost had a breakaway going the other way. Our defenders getting up in the play. Our forwards getting back down in the play. Playing as well as a team here early in the season. We're playing for each other. They're cycling it here, the Isles. Shot tries to center it. It ends up almost falling on the linesman there. Turnovers here happening the most random times. Boom, 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 boom. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. Have a quick look. Caps putting the forecheck on. Sordif picks it up on the boards. Pickering keeps it in as deflects off the left side. Off a player ends up across the ice into the Islanders bench here. Great start here from the Caps. Shots currently 9-2. 2-0 Caps. 3:53 left of the first here. At the intermission, we'll have a look at all the stats and any other news going on, like the usual. Protus OV on here with McMichael. McMichael works it back. Shot comes in from TVR, goes wide. Chickering keeps it in on the left hand side. Ovi plays it back to Strome. And a 2-on-1. Ovi's the only one back. A pass across. One times it goes wide. And it goes into the bench. Big chance there from the Isles. Goes off Strom's stick and he's racing back, but Ovi's the one back. He ends up blocking, going for the blocked shot instead of going for the other man, which is not what you really ought to do. You normally let the shot go, stop the pass, because two coming from either wing is dangerous position for the goalie to be in. Obviously, had a trust in Thompson enough. And they'll work back through centre the Caps here. Dubois plays it across. A beautiful play from... Oh, what a play. A tic-tac-toe between Dubois, Protas, and Wilson. He couldn't pull the trigger. He had an empty net. Should have been 3-0. It could have easily been 3-4-0 for the Caps here. Marzal coming back here. Tries to do a wrap around. Carrying it all the way around, looking like a little cheese. Schaefer shoots it wide. Protas picking the puck up on the boards here. There'll be a penalty coming. Delayed penalty against the Islanders here. Washington about to go onto the power play. 2:26 left of the period, so we will finish the period with a power play. Lapierre joining them here, and Leonard tries to sidestep. And 2 minutes 13 left of the period. 2 minutes of it will be on the power play here for the Capitals. Huge momentum change here. There'll be a hooking penalty on Barzal against Protas. Didn't need to do that. Protas wasn't going anywhere. He was going to stop up on the boards. That's the beautiful play. It almost had the goal of the season there from the Capitals. That would have been probably top 5 goals by the end of the season, honestly, with the team play there, the tit-tat-toe. Early in the season, it's hard to do as well. The Caps playing it in here. Ovi's shot is blocked. That's an injured player there. Horvat trying to come in here. They'll swarm in behind the net there. Wilson with Ovi and Carlson. You ain't taking those three on your own. Get sent back to Thompson, so they'll reset here. Carlson plays it across. That'll be an offside here. They say it's not, but it's cleared down anyway. I could tell you it is offside from here. Caps cycling now. Dropping it back. Taking it into the zone, but it lost off the stick and it's dumped all the way back down again. Not getting set here. We got set early. That's as far as we got. Working back through the centre here. Protas with it. Sends it around the boards. Ovi plays it to Chikrin. It's in the corner now. Chikrin plays it to Ovi, to Sandin. Back to Ovi. Michael, he tries to shoot. It's blocked. Sandin will dump it. Try to dump it around, but it's blocked. McMichael working through to Protas now. Ovi. Back to McMichael. He tries to play back to Protas. Protas delays it. Thompson has to play that one. Had pressure coming. 3 seconds left on the penalty. Back to full strength. No very good chances there. Still getting a power play coming. 5 seconds left of the period now. And it's going to be in the corner to end this period. Got a bit physical in that corner there. 2-0. It should be 3-4-0 here for the Caps. They could have easily had a couple more, just couldn't get the shots off or couldn't connect the passes. But a great start here for the Caps on the away opening game. Not great from Islanders. They've had good pressure throughout the first. Just that's as far as they've really got here going. That's not really enough when you at a home opener. You want to win that, but they don't get that far. We'll have a quick look. Obviously, both teams have lost their first game, so whoever wins will have their first here. Let's have a look at the Caps. Ovechkin with an assist. Protas with a goal with one shot on goal. He's 1 for 1 here. Jacob Chikrin with a shot on goal and an assist. That'll be on the Protas goal. Ferravari with the goal off Ovechkin's pass with 2 shots on goal. Tom Wilson with an assist. Bouvillier 2 shots on goal. PLD 2 shots on goal. Ryan Leonard with a shot on goal. Logan only had to face 2 shots that have been recorded. There's definitely been more than that though, I think. Over for the Islanders. D'Angelo and Bo Horvat with the only shots on goal. Sorokin faced 9 shots. 2 have gone against him. He's got a .778 save percentage, which is not ideal for them. Obviously, we know Sorokin is a top goalie in the league. It's just not gone his way today. But the only penalty being Barzell on Protas, the hooking penalty. Shots on goal 9-2. Face-off percentage. Caps with only 37.5, only 6 out of the 16. 62.5% for the Islanders here. Obviously, power play is nothing but either. Obviously, we're the only one who's had the penalty. Hits a 10-9 in favour of Islanders. Block shots at 8 apiece. Giveaways. Islanders have had 8 compared to our 6. We've had 2 takeaways compared to 0. Got quite a few games against the Islanders this season, 4 to be exact. Most of them before Christmas. Today we've got the 31st of October, so last day of this month. 30th of November as well, and then over the 2nd of February after the Christmas break in the new year. Let's have a look on the time on ice from everyone here. Pretty even here on the defenseman. Trevor has a little bit less than everyone else. Chikrin with a little bit more than everyone else, but that'll be from power plays. Then it's pretty similar throughout all the lines here. And Michael being on the first line only with 4 minutes. I think he's been taking slightly less shifts though. All sort of 7-8 shifts apiece, apart from Ryan Leonard, Lapierre, and Sordif on 5. Dubois, Wilson, Protas getting the main amount of minutes at the minute, even as a second line unit, which is odd to see them getting more than the first, but Ovi's line is very specialist. Obviously, it's slightly different in that aspect here. We played decently. I think Islanders have had more pressure overall. They've had more pressure overall. Caps have definitely had the more dangerous chances, though. They've obviously connected on two of them. I think they should have realistically had at least three. Just whiffed on a shot. Easily could have had another one or two on top of that as well. So it'll be interesting to see how the season goes. We've lost quite a lot of people who I did like. We're taking on a very young line. We're kind of in this. We're the only sort of team to really be doing it. Obviously, you could say the same with Pittsburgh, but they don't, where they have an older sort of roster, but we're kind of in between where we have some people halfway, some completely new, like we've got a line that's all on their first like years, but all rookies, and then we've got a sort of like hybrid line with Ovi, and then we've got another hybrid line of try and get a bit of depth, trying to get a bit of grit into the play. And then we've got a second line, which is probably our main line, which is our huge guys getting bodies in front of the net, making big hits, changing the game. Obviously, huge bodies on the ice during that. So we'll have to see how the season goes, because it's going to be a very interesting one, to say the least. Nice little story there from one of the Islanders fans. Obviously, if you have not seen, I did post a couple days ago, I believe it was. Can have a quick look. Give me a second. Yeah, yesterday it was. Go have a look at that video. It's 17 and a half minutes. A little Be a Pro series. That's episode 5. Currently mid editing episode 6. I've got episode 7 recorded as well. Gonna try and get a little bit ahead. Just with how busy my schedule is. look at more scores around the NHL here. Let's have a quick look. No, there's a few games on today. Here we go. Oh, there's a load of games on today. Holy. Okay. Six games, I think it is. There's 16 games today. Currently, a lot of them are on first intermission. Bruins up 1-0 against the Sabres, shot 17-1. Pavel Zacha scoring from Harris and Peaky. Leafs are up 2-0, even down on shots on goal. 8 shots on goal compared to 13 for the Wings. Devils are up 3-0 here against the Lightning. Shot 16-2. Nico Hischier, Connor Brown, and Timo Meier. Basically, that first line just putting in the work there. They're on the power play. Got 33 seconds when they jump into the second period here. Panthers are currently up 2-1 against the Sens. I've got half of a power play left. Obviously, Capitals up 2-0. They have added another shot on goal for the Islanders here. We'll have a check who it is in a moment. Rangers up 1-0 against the Pens. There, but Zibanejad scoring that one. Short-handed goal as well. So Pens won't be very happy. Flyers up 1-0 against the Hurricanes. Canadians Blackhawks currently 0-0. We've got the Mammoth versus Predators. Columbus versus Minnesota up now. It should be the starting. Then in an hour, we've got the Stars versus Avs. Then in 2 hours is Canucks versus Oilers, Ducks versus Sharks, Knights versus Kraken. We've had 2 games already. Jets beat the Kings 3-2. Iafallo, who, if you've watched the Be a Pro, you'll know all about him. Mikey Anderson, Kempe, Scheifele, and Mark Scheifele again. Scheifele with 2 for the Jets there. And then the Blues beating the Flames 4-2. Neighbors, Thomas, Toronto, got 2. Neighbors again. Suter. A lot of people, multiple goals here. Oh. Wait, was there just a goal? No, I am seeing things. See who got the other shot here that wasn't listed. Check the Islanders. Right, okay. D'Angelo, Mayfield, and well, it just says them, so I don't know why it says 3 on that. Not quite sure. On they're Bo Horvat. Okay, there we go. So that's what is currently going on over here. Let's have a quick look at if anything else is gonna come up here. Mm-mm-mm. See if we can get a little. I wonder if we can get a little. Should be able to get this on the screen. That did not work as I intended. Bum. Um. We are into the second here. Behind Sorokin here, the third line currently on. Sandine puts it on, it's blocked. Another shot while falling, Duhaime, who is a bit slow to get up, but I think he might be injured. Might be going down the tunnel there. I think it was gastrocnemius injury there, a calf injury. Can't tell if he went down the tunnel or not. He got a shot off while he's injured though. Went wide, but still stayed with it then. Let's have a look. I think it might have been the puck. Onto his the right calf, I think there. Went straight down the tunnel, yeah. Oh, he didn't go straight down. He kind of hesitated at the sort of tunnel bit. I don't know if he ended up going down or not. Boat's taking chase there. If he can try and get it out. Pierre-Luc Dubois tried to send it back, but there was no defender at the blue line. Chikrin passing to Van Dreemdijk. Plays it to Wilson, who tries to make a move. He doesn't. Barzal tries to stuff it short side twice. Thompson was right up against the post there. Stops anything there. D'Angelo passes it across. Caps come up with it in the centre. It's dumped towards the corner behind the net there. Islanders working through the centre. Dumping it in. Ferravari will play it around. McMichael. Strome here also helping out. Carlson with Ferravari. Islanders keeping it in the zone. Puts it on, it's tipped and goes wide. Another shot comes in. Islanders adding even more pressure here. They had a lot in the first. Another shot goes wide. Ovechkin passes it up for a little bit of a breakout. They ended up dumping it in instead for a change. Show him finally going for a change. And it comes all the way down and it'll be an icing against the Islanders. Not sure the Islanders are very happy with that call, but that is the call that was given. Barzal tried to put it between the mask there. And turnover here, Ryan Leonard by the Caps bench. And they're coming through now, the Islanders, with speed and pressure, tried to tip it in, went over the net there. Good play there by the Islanders. They're cycling it now in the zone. Driving, puts it in to the blue paint. No one gets a tip in there. Schaefer with a little spin move. Spin move, it goes wide, the shot. Islanders pulling on a lot of pressure here. We're going to have to try and relieve some. The turnover. Schaefer tees one. Deflected wide. Roy battling behind the net. Ryan Leonard was tangled up. A shot was tipped for coming in. Thompson didn't quite get all of it. Covers the rebound there. A lot of pressure coming here from the Islanders. Ryan Leonard really battling this game. Being in so many tie-ups. Caps coming in here. Dowd. Third line looking pretty good here. Cycle it around the net. Sordif tries to collect it there. Goes in front of the blue paint. This line really fighting for it. They'll try and center it. Don't get it. Nice to see Duhaime back on the ice after taking that puck to the back of the leg. Shot comes in here. Thompson just takes it like a sponge. Doesn't let anything go. Working it brilliantly. Nice pad save by Thompson. Another shot comes in and it goes flex into the netting. Islanders are putting on a lot of pressure here. We're not really got our feet in the game anymore. There's a nice stick block from Carlson there. Barzell had it laid straight through the center. Islanders keeping it in. Another shot comes on. It deflects. It's blocked actually. Still up on the board here. It's centered and Caps come up with it. They'll start breaking out now. They've dumped in. Chasing is PLD. Protus also there to help out. He picks it. He tries to center it. Islanders coming up now. Nice move from Schaefer. We'll put it on net. It saved by Thompson. Rebound was there, but Caps are now working back through the center. Sandin will delay. Tried to force a breakaway there, and it will turn into an icing instead. Caps in their own zone here. Roy makes a pass. It's tipped him. Strome battling behind the net now. To Roy. Across the blue line. But Michael sending in a tip by Ovechkin off the crossbar. Ovi with it. Playing it back to the blue line. Sandin will stop for a second there. Strome battling behind the net. But Michael picks it up. Playing with it. Sends it in. A tip from Sandin. It goes wide. But Michael sends it on. It's in the air. Keeping it in though. And they finally clear the zone. This line's putting the pressure on now. Another 3-on-1 there. Sorokin stopped the shot. Another shot coming from Leonard. It goes wide. Caps putting all the pressure on now. Chikrin to PLD. Rink wide Strome. It's on and Sorokin swallows it. Lot of pressure there. Off the bar, that tip from McMichael. Oh, off the corner of the bar where it joins. Right in that corner, it hit. It was across the ice, slightly bobbling. It tips it onto the crossbar, where the crossbar and the post meets. It's almost very, very dangerous there. Almost 3-0. Caps easily could have had a good 6 goals here, to be fair. Anyone on Discord saying anything? I'll have a quick look while I'm here. Game day. Yeah. Okay. So, if for people who don't know, the lines tonight: Ovi, Strom, Michael, Protus, Dubois, Wilson, Bouvillier, Lapierre, Leonard, Duhaime, Down, Sordif, Peravari, Carlson, Chikrin, TVR, Sandeem, Roy. Apparently, Thompson is starting tonight. Lingrim will have tomorrow against the Rangers. And then there seems to be some photos there of Strom during World War II. But there we are. And just send it around. Check him with it. Trevor tries to send it round. Still behind the Caps net there. Stuff attempt. Wilson will come and help out. Up on the boards here. Player slips on the puck. There's a trip there. Apparently he stepped on Palmieri's stick, I think, there, and I think it's becoming a penalty. It snapped his twig there. I'm not sure if I don't know if he I think he lost an edge and it's become a call. I think he just lost an edge, fell, and it's resulted in a power play. I mean, we'll take it. Talking about where they're gonna do this face off. It's gonna. It'll end up being a central face off because of where it was, but here we go. Collecting it behind Capsnet here. Carlson will walk it through the centre. We'll play it into the zone. And that has to be a holding penalty there. Has to be a holding penalty, but nothing comes from it. Send it behind. Strom holding it behind the net. He tries to put it in front. Dubois fumbles a easy shot on there. Carlson to Strome. He's going to try and put it on a good interception there. Perhaps I'll have to rework it. Caps keep it in. Ovi kept it. Oh, try and play it. He gets it to Strome to Carlson. He's going to look for Ovi here. Playing it to Strome. Plays it to Dubois, who puts it in. It blocked wide. Wilson plays it to Ovi. Plays it across to Strome. Strome passes to Dubois, to Ovechkin, who missed the shot, takes down one of the players. A beautiful passing play in front. They just can't get the shot off. Wilson played it to Strome. He couldn't get it off. It ends up. Ovi missed the shot. Hit him. Puck was sent to Strome, who passed it to someone else for a shot, who then puts it into the glove. Broken stick will mean it's basically a 5-on-3 here now. They don't have the time. Leonard will play it slow, tries to get a shot off. He's without a stick and injured after that shot. Leonard will wait, tries to stuff it in now. Everyone's trying to stuff it in. It's away. Leonard shoots another block, and now it goes in. Leonard scores. The second after the kill ends, Leonard puts it in. He literally came flying out the box as well, and it's 3-0. Number 10 looking injured there. He took a shot right to the top of the laces. Ooh. See the shot. Hits, yeah, it was going wide. That's why I thought it got blocked. Ends up hitting the knee. The knee of of Mayfield, and it goes into the side of the net. Lucky break for Leonard there, but 3-0. Had a lot of pressure there as well. We were looking a lot better on the power play. Two players running into each other there. Sandin will play it. Don't get it out the zone. Or chop it. There'll be some chopping at it there. Might be able to get a bit of a break here. He loses out there, Duhaime. Islanders coming the other way now. Enters the zone. Pulls it back. Shoots. Goes wide. Ends up going all the way back to their own end as well. Not sure that penalty was a penalty, but then there was one that wasn't called that was definitely a penalty, so... Perhaps dumping it towards that here will be an icing. Don't think he wanted to put that much on it, but he did anyway. Ryan Leonard obviously only scored one last year. It was a empty netter against Chicago. 4 games before the end of the season, I believe it was. During Ovi's tying goal to Gretzky. Obviously, he gave up going on the ice because he didn't want to score on an empty net to break it. So if you're lonely. See if anything else is gonna happen here. I'll have a quick check to see if anything else is going on here. See anything else happening around the NHL? Hurricanes Flyers are now 2-2. Devils are now 3-1. Panthers 3-1. Rangers are now 3-1 against Canadians are 2-1 up. Maple Leafs are now 2-1. Bruins 2-0. Blue Jackets 1-0. Predators versus Mammoth is 1-1. And here we've got a bit of scuffle in the center here. Caps now trying to work through the center. Almost picked the pocket there. Islanders trying to work back through. It's still stuck in the middle there. We're just ripping it off each other. We'll play a bit slower here. And we get it down into their end there. Ryan Leonard. A little bit of a late hit, but fine. Shot a long Chikrin shot. DVR tries to put it out in front. It's blocked. Islanders coming up with it. And it's a 2-0-1 here. And very good defense here from Lapierre. It's got in his skates and then ended up going through. Oh, beautiful, beautiful stick work from Siplikov, but his pass was not great. Islanders still with it in the zone though. Kept digging for it, trying to get it out. And I think that was kept in on the line there. It ends up getting sent back around. It's centered. It goes all the way through. Good block there by Michael. And it'll go to Leonard, who some silky moves will get past all the players. And it'll be sent down behind Sorokin here. Islanders working through the centre here. This shot is put into the corner by Thompson. Big hit in the corner. Well, Ferravari that was. I thought it was Wilson then, with how big that hit was, and then icing against Washington. Duclair not very happy with the hit actually there. Ferravari just goes through the body. Bit of a chop at Ferrivari's legs. He wasn't happy with that hit at all. Oh, nice net crack there. The music's still playing. There we go. Caps will put it into there and then get a change. Schaefer moving in. A beautiful play. He's through. And he loses out. Caps coming back the other way here. Sordif. Dow takes it in. Behind the net here. Doesn't get out the zone. Caps keeping it in here. Play it around the boards. To Sordif. Goes for a tip shot. Ends up going wide, but Caps still with it. Behind the net. Sordif tries to help out. Roy. Sandin. Shoots. Just goes wide. Sordif working it around the perimeter. Doesn't keep it in, but keeps possession. And they can't get through. And Islanders coming back the other way. 3-on-2. Beautiful stick there. And we might have a Protus 1-on-1 working through. Got past one, didn't get past all of them. Might have a break here. Dubois right in front. A few whacks from multiple players here. Wilson comes in late. A bit of a snow shower and Sorokin there. It's about 4 players just on their arse here in front of the net. Few almost jammed in there. Protus might have been better not to shoot that one. I think Dubois was trying to just get straight through it. Straight through the traffic, I think he was going for. Let's have a quick look here. I think, yeah, Wilson, Dubois with the most time on ice here. Protus not far behind. Stroma, Ovechkin, McMichael not far behind again. Lapierre's only had sub 7 minutes, or if only just over 7 minutes to be fair. They're getting a few less shifts. Obviously, they're not playing as well in this game, so they won't get as many shifts, but TVR and Ferravari actually getting quite a lot less minutes than everyone else. Roy 12-12, Chikrin 12-10, Sandin 13-27, Carlson 10-55, TVR 9-41, and 8-44 for Ferravari. Even though he's actually done the most for us with a hit, a block, 3 blocks, 2 shots on net, and a goal, and yet he's had the least shifts out of any defender, only 10 compared to 11, 12, 13, 14 compared to everyone else. Chikrin getting the most time on ice at the minute. Logan having 13 saves so far through the game. Shots at 18-13 right now. Caps with it. They'll send it on. It all actually gets through the screen. Goes to Sorokin. I know what you're doing, Wilson. I know what you're doing. Wilson trying to go in a little bit late to things. Try and get a little bit of a push from the Islanders. Trying to get a bit of grit into his game early in the season. The turnover on the blue line. Wilson coming in. A shot is deflected wide. He's with it behind the net though now. Plays it to Dubois. Puts it in front for Protus, whose shot is blocked. And coming back the other way is the Islanders. Wilson with a bit of a hit behind the net there. They'll try and keep it in, but they don't. And they might have a breakaway hit. Protus with a breakaway. And he scores. Beautiful reach there from him. Pokes him, and the shot goes straight past him. Not even a doubt about that. What a shot from Protus, all on his own. Unassisted. D'Angelo whiffs on the play. He pokes it through, and he just snipes it into the top left. It's a rolling puck as well. It's not flat, and he just chips it up. Beats Sorokin. Beautiful there by Protus. Obviously, Protus was like the third highest plus minus or points in what's the word? Even strength. Islanders could have been straight at the net there. Thompson had a bit of a struggle to stop that one, but he's on his side, sort of a stacked pad sort of finish. So there's multiple people coming through, all crashing the net. He ends up having it on his side with it in his glove. In a very... Declare actually had a really nice move there, trying to make up for his mistake moments ago that resulted in a goal. Offensive draw here. And Dowd will be kicked. Duhaime to come in here against Bo Horvat, I think it is. Ends up being an even split. Islanders are trying to get possession behind the net, but Sordif will try and get it out. He doesn't, but it ends up going to Dowd, who's driving through the centre now. Dumps it in. And I'll get a hit to make the play there. Dowd trying to get it behind the net again. Another hit coming from Duhaime. Almost turned it over in front of the net there. Bo Horvat across the ice, bounces off Sordif there. Carlson coming through here, 3-on-3. A beautiful tip from Carlson, only just saved by the left toe of Sorokin there. Almost 5-0 there. Protus with it. Tries to get it all the way across. Ovi just stays on side there. He's going to barrel up. Almost could have got a hit there. Stumped in by Islanders. Roy tries to play it to Bouvillier. He's with it again to Sandin behind the net. Around the ring, and that has to be a tripping call there. I think it's in the pants of... in the pads there of Ryan Leonard. He couldn't find it. That's to blow the whistle because it was stuck up his leg there. Shots 21-13. Islanders came back huge in the first 10 minutes, but the momentum change was just too big when the penalty came, and it's been all caps since then. Beautiful catch there. Islanders making it into the zone. Cycling it. Play it out again. A beautiful strip by Wilson. Protus and Wilson 2-on-1. Went on net. Sorokin can't get it. It went through the defender's legs. Almost got a shot off. Sorokin didn't have all of it. Had to get helped out by two defenders coming back to help him there. It's almost another goal there. came off the stick actually of the defender. Sorokin in the splits there. The stick of the defender there actually almost puts it back past Sorokin there. Ovi decides not to hit there. He could have easily just ran through his man. Chikrin collecting it in our end there, behind our net. Spin move to get past the forechecker. And a breakout here. Strome tries to put it on. It's blocked. Ends up coming back towards him. Caps going back the other way. Gets ahead of Ovechkin, who hits him into the boards. Tries to put it in front there. And Islanders will do a stretch pass here. Try to work it in. Chikrin just picks the pocket. And I'll try and go back the other way. Islanders pick it up at center ice. Schaefer plays it in. They get it into the zone. And Chikrin will be going to the bench there. Going to the penalty box there, sorry. An elbowing penalty. He tries to slow down Schaefer, ends up just basically sucker punching him in the face. Wasn't malicious, was just trying to slow him down, but he wasn't in the position to do it, so ends up putting the arm out and a penalty comes from it. Islanders gonna have to get something to go in there. Start the cycle. Beautiful cycle, and then they score instantly. 7 seconds in, they cycle it well, and Duclair just picks up the biscuit on the far side, and he makes up for his mistake earlier by putting this across the net into the side of the netting. Beautiful tic-tac go behind the back and just under the glove of Thompson. He can't quite get it there. Yeah, Thompson tried to bring the arm down. It just slips under. Chikrin saving. It's a bit of a dive. I don't think it was if he looks at the tape. Schaefer coming back in now. Another shot is blocked wide. Ovi coming out to help out here. Sandin plays it around the boards. It's intercepted. A turnover here. Blocked by Strome. And the cycling again now, the Islanders. Another shot. It's deflects wide. Another shot comes in. Blocked. And Ovi will slide it across to Strome. He puts it in. Another shot coming from Carlson and goes wide. Plays it around to Ovechkin. Drops it back. And 10 seconds left there. Carlson will play it up. Strome 3-on-1. Beautiful play. And a beautiful save there by Sorokin. Sorokin saving the day there. Beautiful passing play. Would have been a Patrick from Protus. In the last 2 seconds of this period here. Strome back across. It was a stick of Sorokin, I think, there. Yeah, the stick and blocker connected there. Would have been 0.7 on the clock if that one had gone in. Literally would have been a buzzer beater right at the end of the period there. Wow, what an end to that period. We let one in off that bad power play we gave up, but a 4-1. We won't be complaining too much here. Have a look at anything else going on. Hurricanes Flyers ended the second now. Hurricanes 3-2. About a minute left with Devils Lightning. That's 3-2 now to the Devils. Panthers are 3-1 with 3 minutes left of the second. Rangers up 4-1 at the end of the second. Blackhawks Canadiens are tied 2-2. Red Wings are now 3-2 against the Maple Leafs. Leafs were 2-0 up. Bruins still 2 up. Preds Mammoth still 1-1. Blue Jackets still 1-0. Avs Stars to come in around 10 minutes here as well. Let's have a look at anything else. Okay. Let's check the Caps here. Protus with 2 goals and assists, 3 points, 4 shots on goal. Almost had a hat trick there. Jacob Chikrin, 2 goals. 2 assists, sorry, and a shot on goal. Ovi with an assist. Carlson with an assist and a shot on goal. Ferravari with a goal, 2 shots on goal. Ryan Leonard with a goal with 2 shots on goal. Tom Wilson with an assist. Villiers with 3 shots on goal. McMichael and Schoen both 2 shots on goal. Matt Roy a shot on goal. PLD 4 shots on goal. It took 15 shots now for Thompson to let one past him. He's got a 9.33 save percentage. Islanders, Duclair with the goal with 1 shot on goal. Bo Horvat with the assist with 2 shots on goal. Palmieri also with the assist. Anders Lee, Mark Gatacombe, all with 1 shot. Barzell with 2 shots. Schaefer with 3 shots. The Maxins both with 1 shot. Scott Mayfield with 2. D'Angelo also with 1. Sorokin, 4 shots against, 23 shots against him for 19 saves and 0.826 save percentage, which isn't terrible, but still needs to be better. It could easily be 7 goals here, 7, 8, not even 9 goals here. Should at least be 5 with how the Caps have played offensively today. Shots on goal currently 23-15. The face-offs come back in the Caps' favour a little bit. It's now 19 out of 40, so 47.5 compared to 52.5%. Power play is 0% for us, 0 for 2. They're 1 for 1. Hits 23-18 in favour of Islanders. Block shots 17-13 for the Islanders. Giveaways 15 compared to 13 Islanders. Takeaways 5 for the Caps compared to 1 for Islanders here. Only 3 penalties so far. Barzell hooking on Protus in the first. Palmieri tripping on Protus, which wasn't actually a tripping penalty, which ended up being a goal 6 seconds after they ended the penalty. Although there was a definite penalty during it, which wasn't called, so it kind of makes up for it. And then Chykrun elbowing on Matthew Schaefer ends up in a goal 6 seconds in. Hopefully, Caps can bring it back to a hat trick for Pro here. He'll definitely be on for the empty netter if you don't get it before there. I'm assuming he'll end up getting it. That line's doing immensely well. Like it might be the strongest line at the minute they've scored. I think has Pro's been on the ice for all of the goals? Have a look here. Protus has a +3, so he's not been on for all 4. But the Tom Wilson Dubois Protus line have been doing really well. Dubois doesn't have a point either, which is quite sad as well. Lapierre's, I don't know if Lapierre got injured. He's not had a shift in a while. He's on 9 shifts. Everyone else has had. Even Ryan Sordif's had 10. But we've seen him on the ice. Leonardson on the 11 shifts. We've seen him on the ice. Ovi, Strome, Michael, and Dubois all on 14. Bivilio with 12. Dowd 13. Duhaime 13. Protus has had 17 shifts. It's on the penalty kill and the power play, though, which will make up the difference. Wilson has had more time on ice with 13:10, an extra 32 seconds than Protus with 2 less shifts than him. So are we getting a bit more time on the ice now? I had a little bit of a issue with the camera there. Since fixed it though. Oh, the Leonard goal was the power play, the one just after the power play. The stick was broken off the face off. Right. How long? We've only got 4 minutes left until we're jumping back out in the third period here. It'd be nice to. I mean, with how the Caps, if it was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, then I would have said that we're probably gonna lose still, even this high up, because this playoff game against Rangers, we were 3-0, and then within the period we went down. So that was the one we only just made it. We were on 91 points, came down to a 6-way fight or something, 5-6-way fight for the last spot. Anything else happening? I don't know. Let's have a look. Okay, right. Anything else happening in terms of scores around the NHL? Got 2 minutes left before we jump into the third here. The period started for Bruins Sabres and also Maple Leafs Red Wings. Patrick Kane had a goal. Raymond, Casper, Roy, and John Croak, I think it is. Maple Leafs are going onto a power play now, though. Rangers still up 4-1 there now, 5 minutes into the third. Mammoth Predators just starting their second. Mammoth going onto a power play, finishing their power play off. Okay, so we got Devil's Lightning starting in 3 minutes. Flyers, Hurricanes about to start. We're about to start. Sends Panthers. Now 4-1 to the Panthers. They're starting in a few minutes as well. I will quickly go to the bathroom. I have returned yet again, once more. If you get that reference, then you clearly watch Twitch. I mean, also probably YouTube. I don't know if it's in his intros or not, but there we go. About to start the third period here now. The whistle's going, so calling the players over for the opening face-off. Okay. And Islanders start with it. They dump it all the way down. No icing. Caps get it out of the zone. Sandin will give chase. Stumped into the corner. Roy will take a hit to get this out. Slapped around the boards there. Hit from behind onto Roy. Caps breaking it out here though. Third line here. Sending it on to Duhaime. Backhands it towards the net. It's high and wide. It's cleared out the zone. Bit of a holding there. And they'll try and turn it over. The third line here. They'll dump it. Ferravari will dump it in. It goes towards Sorokin. He has to stop that one and put it to the side for the Islanders. The Islanders trying to break it out now. Dubois takes it away, puts it back behind the net. Fotis Dubois. This line is obviously doing really well. They're applying even more pressure yet again. A turnover here. Wilson's with it. He's dragging it wide, puts it towards the net. It's blocked. Tried to put it to Protus in front there. Protus with his long stick trying to knock it away. Duclair tried to get through the defense here. Couldn't get through. Dubois putting in the pressure in the center, and it'll be behind Thompson. Carlson Uses the boards there to Ferrari. Beautiful move around 2 players. Comes through the centre. Dumps it behind the net. Ovechkin with it now. Plays it around the boards. They can't keep it in. Islanders enter the zone here. Barzal plays it across. Risser blocked down. And it's cleared all the way down for an icing. Had a bit of a pile up on top of Thompson there. A lot of action in Hurley here from both sides of the ice. Love to see Protas get a hat-trick. Can't remember if he got one last year or not. I'm not sure if he's had one yet. Might actually have a quick Google of that. Another shot off. Blocked away. They're coming back the other way now, the Islanders. Tries to put it in front. Islanders are still with it. Cycling now. Schaefer puts it towards the net. It's wide. TVR tries to pick it up. Chychrun will pick it up, get it out the zone, and Strome will get it all the way down to the Islanders' end. 17 on the dot left here. Islanders trying to drive it around the outside. Sandin's staying with him. A shot in front goes wide. Leonard's there. Drops it off to Holmstrom, picks it up. Islanders cycling across the blue line. A shot for a tip. Goes well wide. And there will be a penalty here. A slashing against the Capitals. I didn't actually see it. I'm not sure if there was some frustration or something. I don't know who it was. Don't actually know who it was. Matt Roy. Would like to see this because I didn't even see it when watching. Whether it was off screen, I don't know. It broke his stick. He tried to tie up really, and it ended up breaking his stick, trying to get over the top, and the power player on the Caps will try and get it out. Protas gets his clearance blocked though. 7 players in this corner here. Carlson will have it. Will dump it all the way up, and there's 2 Caps player, 2-on-1, going the other way. Dowd will put it on. It's deflected and wide. Almost, if he got that settled, Protas was ready for that pass right in front of Sorokin. Carlson lobbed it. It's tipped down beautifully by Dowd, but he can't quite get the bobble to stop. Almost went the other way there. Good chance from the Capitals, short-handed. Oh, and Schaefer will lose it in between his legs, but Barzal will take it through the centre here. Trying to play it around the boards. It's cleared all the way around. It's on the blue line now with the Islanders. Cycling it around the boards. Gonna play it across the blue line. Using all the width there. They'll switch places. Schaefer plays it all the way across. A beautiful play and a beautiful save. Thompson snow angels it, and Schaefer puts it in, but all the Caps players complaining. People are piled on top. Referees said it's a goal, but I think there's gonna be something called here, really. They're gonna have to look at interference of all shapes and sizes here. Schaefer going around his own end there. Beautiful toe save there. Yeah, interference there. Bo Horvat literally grabs Lindgren's pads there. If that's not interference, having your leg pad grabbed, then the game's gone. They don't. I don't know if he's locking. Bo Horvat definitely has interference on the play, but there was a good 5 seconds between it. It's gonna stand, I think. Yeah, they're not gonna challenge. That's If that's not interference, then the game has gone. Oh wait, they are challenging. The timing out to lock. Okay. It's a long delay here. Bo Horvat literally grabbed the leg of the player. The saying about no, the spectators are delusional. Yes, we interfered our own goalie a bit, but there was literal a physical grab of the leg pad. They're looking at offside as well. No, no offside. I think they've decided not to. I think that's pulled back by Bo Horvat when he grabs the pad. They are challenging it, yeah. They're challenging it, yeah. I agree. Yeah. A hand pad, yeah. Bo Horvat grabs the pad, pulls the puck back, Schaefer sees it, and it goes in. You don't see the hand pass because it's under 15 players. I don't know who's doing this. The glove right there. The stick on the glove. Yeah, it's punched onto the pad. He then pushes the pad. There has to be some interference call there. You can't punch the puck onto the leg pad. It bounces back. And then he's pushing his pad away. This is really controversial, actually. This is gonna be yeah. This could go either way. I'm calling it as a penalty. A no goal, sorry. This is gonna change the game though, because this is either a 4-1 game or 4-2, and then we have a penalty against us with 15:32 left. This is a high stake call here. Okay, so it's punched into the pad. The pad is then pushed. Another stick from the Islanders player touches it. There are so many. There's like 20 different factors from whether it's a hand pass or interference. It's interference from Hobart. Instantly. No doubt about interference on Hobart, but whether this is literally up to the refs. This game is now on the refs. It's interference from Hobart, punches it back into the pads, it comes off the stick of a player from the Islanders that then bounces off Thompson, that then comes out in front for Schaefer to score. That I think they've got the call. Yeah, but a clear and obvious mistake like this is up for. Oh my god. There we go. No hand pass. It's a goal. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't have. I would have said. What's a hand pass? Is a hand pass punching it off someone, then going to someone else? I think that might be the most controversial call of the last 2 years. And a power play now for the Islanders. What a bullshit call. And just like that, it's 4-2 with them on the power play. So this 4-0 advantage. They're cycling it now. Schaefer's on the ice again. Plays it across. Horvat, Schaefer. Duclair, back to Schaefer. Fake one-timer. Play it in. A beautiful play, but a beautiful save from Thompson. Horvat was in the centre on his own. This has become a really intense game. If the 4 games we've got against them are all, the next 3 are gonna be like this. And the Caps win the face-off. We got to clear this now. We don't clear it. It's behind the net. We pick it up, though, and we finally clear it down. Ovechkin didn't have to serve the penalty, but he's chosen to. He always chooses to take any bench penalties. Right, there's the normal feed and the home feed. We're obviously away here. The normal feed is on their side. Good cycling here. A block from Dubois there. They just kept it in, Bo Horvat. 25 left on the power play. A shot's going to come in here. He waits. Schaefer. Passes. Back to Schaefer. Going to take it in now. Risto goes into the corner. Another shot's going to come in here. 6 seconds left of the power play. Another shot blocked into the corner by Thompson. 2-1, and it back to even strength. And Ovi might have a step hit. Ovi's got a step hit. He can't quite get there. Too much for him to handle. I'm going to have a bloody heart attack here. Oh, Wilson fighting behind the net now. TVR being pressured here. Strome plays it back. Momentum's all in their favour now. Beautiful poked by Strome there. Islanders with it in their own zone. Shots 24-23 in favour of New York now. Goes out in front, but he can't get it on his stick. And Wilson plays it ahead. Chychrun's going to go in here. Tries to play it out for Sandin. And Sandin comes up with it. Tries to get a shot off. It doesn't go anywhere, though. Duhaime working it with Dowd. Cottelson tried to keep it in. He couldn't. He'll play it back into the zone. Sorokin playing with it behind his net. And the Islanders coming through the centre here. Big hit behind the net on Ferravari there. And the Caps will work it out. Sordif coming through centre here. He dumps it and chases. He picks it up. Puts it across the blue paint. If anyone was there, it would have been dangerous. Ferravari, shot, shoot. And net is literally almost fully over. I don't know what happened there behind the play. The net was literally leaning over the blue paint. Islanders behind the net here, working out their zone through the centre. They enter the zone. Short side, try to tip it just in front. They're still with it in front of the net here. Shot blocked into the corner. Islanders cycling here. All the pressure coming from the Islanders. Cycle on the boards to the blue line. Schaefer. Palmieri. Palmieri's driving the net. One hands it towards the net. It goes wide. It's lobbed out of the zone. And Leonard might be able to get a step here. He's jostled off the puck. Has to be something there. He's not even got possession of the puck. Leonard will go and hit him in the corner after that. TVR gets to the puck first, and it's an icing against Islanders. There's words going, this is going to be a good series here. Islanders fans seem to be shouting about the icing, but you don't like the icing call? You're delusional, mate. He was 5 feet ahead. He was getting there so far ahead. I don't know who's doing this MSGSN, They are delusional. I don't know who they are, but they are definitely not on the Cap side here. Michael working behind the net, trying to get the puck off the defenseman. And they'll play through the center here. The Islanders trying to get it into the zone. Caps pick it up behind the net. TVR here. Plays it back to Chychrun. Stretch pass to Strome. He tries to get it through. Ovechkin shoots it. It's blocked into the corner. Chychrun picks the pocket there, and they get it into the Islanders' end. With possession now. 10 minutes left of the third. 4-2 shots, 25-24. This very intense third period. One to watch out this series, and an offside from Milsham, sorry. Holmstrom, sorry. They've got all of them. This is gonna be such a good series. 4 games against these. When are we playing them next? Have a quick check here. So we're playing them in 20 days again over in Washington. Then back to the island for the 30th of November, and then finishing it off February 2nd. What a game this has been so far. What an intense, 5 to 10 minutes there. What an insane sequence of events. So much going on here. Absolute mayhem. I want to see the goal visualizer thing here for the Schaefer goal. Everyone is just in the... You can't even see the numbers. That is the weirdest goal looking goal. Damn, this game has been hectic as hell. Alright, Caps with it in their zone now. Try to get it to through. It dribbles through, and it's dumped all the way behind the net there. Oh, Sundin's stick snapped, and it's now a 2-on-2, but one without a stick. A shot off the pad there. Sundin's gonna have to reaching over the bench round the side for to get him a stick there. Islanders coming in, a shot. I don't know where it's gone. It went high. Went through about 4 players and then ended up in the boards here. Looks like Schaefer was a huge piece to the puzzle for the Islanders. Islanders just haven't been a very good team the last few years. They've got the pieces as well. They've got Bo Horvat. They've got Sorokin. They've got Anders Lee. They have good players. And Dubois' stick is just thrown across the ice here. Another player without a stick. Another shot blocked. And Ferravari will clear it out. And Wilson's chasing it. He might get there first. No, I think he would have got there first on that one, but Schaefer manages to get the icing for him. He says it's pressure to belt Wilson to the puck. He was half a zone difference between them to start with, and they got there at the same time. It's a bit. Botus lift check. Plays it back to Wilson, who puts it on. It's bobbling in front, almost went in off Duhaime there. Protus plays it back to Ferravari, plays it across. Wilson's down in front of the net, and Sorokin gobbles up the puck. Caps adding a little bit more pressure, trying to get the game back in their favour here. 8:29 left here. God, this game is fun to watch. It was all Caps, and then Islanders have just come back. This might have ended up being, even with such a controversial goal, it's ended up being arguably one of the best games I have watched from both teams not giving up here, putting everything out on the ice. I think Schaefer is going to be a possible top 5 defender here in the next few years in the league. He's probably top 15, top 20 now even. So he's obviously in a good spot right now. Right, let's. What a third period. Probably the best third period we've seen this season from any team. 8:29 left here. Shots 26-25 for the Islanders. Islanders really putting up the pressure now. It's all Caps early. Chychrun puts it towards the net. It's wide. Beautiful pick up right in front. Almost got to Ovechkin. Bounced off the skate of the defender there. Coming through the center here, they dump it into the Caps end, and it's out into the crowd there. God, this has got so intense here. Right, there we go. Offensive draw here. And it's broken stick from, I don't know, their team. Is it Barzell there? Stick broke. Barzell versus Barzell actually. Yeah, Barzell's put onto the wing because of it. And Dowd's going to get tossed from the face off. I'd never understand this thing. So Palmieri versus Duhaime now. Palmieri wins it. Short side, off the mask, almost went in. Another shot comes in, another save there. And Caps will try and get this out. They do. And they get it all the way down. Duhaime's chasing it all the way down. Plays it around the net to Dowd. He plays it to the blue line. A shot comes on. And players flying everywhere at the minute. Remember, a note to the players, the ice is slippy. It's getting very physical here now. Sandin picks it up in Serov even. Picks it up, puts another one in. Dubois almost had it all in on his own, but lost it in between his feet there. And just coming up the right hand side here, Schaefer. He's forced to go behind the net. He's getting swarmed now. The shot bubbling. Lee tried to settle it in front. Would have had a clear shot on net. Players getting very physical in the corner now. We've got all the big boys on from both sides. Schaefer shots in. It was loose, but it was blown down. Thompson did have that covered there, and Lee's going to get pushed back. There's a lot of pushing and shoving here. It's getting very physical. Dubois taking a man for himself. Wilson trying to push a few as well. Pushed Lee to start off the shoving pushing. So getting very physical. This series is against them is going to be a very fun one. Would be a great... He did have it covered initially. I think a stick poked it right at the end there. Oh, Thompson saved that by heading it onto the goalpost and then it bounced out. What a save that is, Thompson. And the shot's going to come in and Schaefer whiffs on the shot. He tried to make a move before taking the shot. He didn't get the shot off because of it. Schaefer's trying to take it around the boards now. He's going to get pressure here by multiple Caps players. And Caps get it out now. They're going to send it ahead. Villiers is going to come in on the wing here. Play it back to the D. Chychrun shoots it. Deflects off Holmstrom. He's going to take another one off the ankle. He's injured here. He's really hurt here. He whistle's going to go. He's still down on the ice. He's taken a huge shot from Chychrun there. He's still down on the ice. He's only just on his knees. Trainer's going to come over. He's really struggling here. Huge shot from Chychrun from the blue line. He's going to get helped off by the medical staff and Schaefer here. He's able to put a bit of pressure on, but he's going to get helped off here. Doesn't look like he's going to be back for the rest of the game. A shot and it came... Oh, I think that's inside of the knee. Inside of the knee. Is it inside of the knee or inside of the leg? I think that's inside of the knee. That could quite easily be the little joint bit that connects your knee when you bend it. That could be a very big injury. Sandin floats a shot towards Sorokin, who gloves it. 6 minutes exactly left here. Shots 29-28 for Washington now. A very tight game here now. Ovi's lying out on the ice here. Sandin will take it from behind his net. Starting to cycle it now, though, and it ends up deflecting into the netting. 5:41 left What a game this has been. Right. Apparently, Logan Thompson played on the same team as Marc-Andre Fleury. Ended up having to come in for him halfway through a third period to save 2 shots. I'm not sure what team that was. So so LT, technically his first game was a shutout because he had 2 saves, played 8 minutes 15. (22-22) for Schaefer. Schaefer's literally a first liner on a pretty good Islanders team. Seven shots on net from Schaefer. 7 shots on net. I think Schaefer's just found himself in this game and it's just turned really in their favor because of Schaefer. Youngest power play goal scorer in the history. Sordif got there first, but an icing is called. I'm not sure about the call on that one. Sordif literally touched the puck, but 5:33 left in this hockey game. And the Caps will dump it to center. And the big tumble there by Sordif. And Dowd will work it into their zone. He gets pocketed there. Islanders start playing it out from the back here. Enter the zone. Try to get a shot off, but ends up going straight into the corner. And Wilson coming up the right hand side here. 1-on-2. He's going to drive the net. Doesn't get the shot off. Almost beat both defenders there. And Wilson comes in here, stops. Protas picks it up. He's taken a hit. Wilson comes in to try and hit back. Just gets has the hit sidestepped. And Anders Lee will come in here. Pellick, sorry. Got player in the boards there. Wilson coming up here. 3-on-2 if they're quick. They play it back. Beautiful play and it hit the post. Passed it across the ice. Was sent in front for a tip and it hit the post. And here comes the goalie. 4 minutes from now. Protas on the ice. He's going to try and get his hat trick here. Ovechkin also out. Going to try and get over the puck for his first of the season. It gets to McMichael. McMichael tries to put it all the way down the ice. Just goes wide and icing to come. 3:36 left. Islanders needing 2 goals here. Beautiful backhand to Carlson. And it just can't get the stick strong enough in front, Protas. It just hits the outside of the post. Protas almost could have had about 4 or 5 goals here in this game. They'll hold it in the corner here. Still 6-on-5 here. Schaefer plays it across. Cycling it well. Beautiful block. Hits Ovechkin in the back there, trying to get a clearance or a shot, either one, from his own end. Islanders working through their own end now, into the centre. Barzal dumps it. Chasing it. Carlson gets there first, swings it around the boards. They keep it in now. Swung back around the boards. Caps have sort of possession. They're trying to get it out the zone. And Chychrun will play it back. Carlson will try and put it towards the empty net. And it just goes wide. Schaefer just got there in time. Ovi was there. .245 left. Islanders still need 2. They've still got the empty net. Defensive draw here. It's going to be a big momentum change. Whoever scores here, obviously, Caps will secure it if they do score. Tired players on the ice, though, here. First line. Big block. Thompson saves it. It's going towards the net, but it's not going to have enough. They get the needed changes, the Capitals. It's dumped in. And they'll send it back around the boards and down to the New York end. It doesn't go all the way, so it's not an icing. 2 minutes 15 left here. Still needs 2. They're going back into their cap zone here. Tried to playing it through the legs there. Dancing a shot on the spin shot. The big second line on now with Protas. A shot blocked, saved. Thompson. It's poked wide. Another shot blocked. Plays it to Protas. He gets it out the zone, but nothing's called. They come back in and it comes out the zone finally. Oh, 32 shots to 28. 1 minute 30. 90 seconds left. And Ferivari will have a go. Ends up being cut off in the Islanders zone. It's the last chance here for the Islanders. They'll get into the zone. Tied up on the boards there. Dowd and I think Ferivari really battling there. Multiple punches from both of them. No roughing called. A shot came in. Back in the corner. Last minute left of the period in the game here. It comes out in front, a shot, short side. It's stumped out the zone. It's going into the corner. It's going to be icing in with 44.9 left here. Whoa. Islanders have a timeout here. They might have been better using it earlier, but Thompson has kept us in it here. There's been multiple very dangerous shots that just haven't got away. Multiple chances. Thompson's really struggling with the amount of shot and the amount of traffic coming towards him. It's going to be a centre face-off. Sorokin will go back in net just until they get possession. And Caps come up with the puck, which is just what we want. We'll send it all the way down. No icing. It must have tipped. Someone. And they're coming through. Sorokin's going off now, gloved by Thompson. He does play it down, but the whistle was blown. God, it's such a tight end of this game. This third period is definitely one to watch. If you haven't watched this game so far, definitely go watch the highlights at the very least that will come out in a few hours at time. Offensive draw, 27.2 left. Islanders with possession here. Cycling it around the board, hitting to the boards there. Roy's trying to poke it through. A shot comes in, kicked away. They try and get it out of the zone. They don't quite get it. 10 seconds here. They're keeping it in the corner. And Strome will keep it. He shoots it at the net, but it goes in, but it's after the buzzer goes anyway. And the Caps will win it 4-2 on the island. What a game from both teams. The Islanders really, really came up here in the second half of the game. Protus won't be happy. He didn't quite get that hat trick. Had a post as well in there. Thompson, 38 shots against him, I believe it was in the end. I will double check. 35 recorded as of now. Only let 2 in, so a 33 shot performance. Save performance, sorry. Three stars of the game: Protus, Ferravari, and Schaefer. Schaefer being the third star. Protus had an outstanding game. Next Islanders game is the 13th at 1 p.m. against the Jets. That'll be a tough game against them. Not sure about the referee decision on that play. There had to be one or the other, whether it was interference or a hand pass. One of them had to be called because it was at least 50-50 on both of them, and then they both ended up being a non-ball, so it ended up being a Schaefer goal. But Schaefer with his first in the NHL on his second game, only being 18 and 30 days, I think it is, old, so quite a young player. Shots on goal ended 35-28 for the Islanders. 50.8% on the face-off for Islanders, winning 31 of 61. Power play won 2 out of 3. Caps didn't get any. Hits were 33 for the Islanders, 23 for Caps. Box shots, 22 for Islanders, 19 for the Caps. Giveaways, 19 for Islanders, 17 for the Caps. But the takeaways were 6-3 in favor of Washington here. 7 total penalties, 3 against the Caps here. Schaefer getting the goal and the third star of the game. Ferrari with the goal and second star of the game. Protus with 2 goals and an assist for first star of the game over on the island. Having a look at if there was any discrepancies with shifts. The standouts were definitely Leonard, Lapierre, and Villian and Evans Sordif having the least. Leonard had 13, Lapierre had only 11. Didn't have a great game. The most actually ended up going to Protus with 26 shifts, 19-19 on the ice. Ends up taking most ice time out of our forwards by 1 second, topping Tom Wilson here. And in terms of the defense, Trevor Van Riemsdyk only had 15:02. Everyone else had around 20-minute mark. Carlson had 22. Chickroom just below 20. Valley had 18:53. But a 9.43 save percentage for Thompson as well. And that'll do it here for Washington versus the Islanders. I'll have a quick check of any other scores around the NHL before we end it off. Just hit over 3 hours here. We'll check the final scores. Canadians beat the Blackhawks 3-2. Flyers end up losing to the Hurricanes 4-3. Rangers 6-1 against the Penguins. 4-2 Caps Islanders. Red Wings come back from 2 down to win 6-3 against the Leafs. Devils win 5-3 against Lightning. Senators lose against the reigning Cup champs 6-2. Jets beat the Kings 3-2. Blues beat the Flames 4-2. Bruins beat the Sabres 3-1. There will be Canucks Oilers coming up basically now. Ducks Sharks coming up now. Golden Knights Kraken also coming up now. Mammoth Predators, they are in the second intermission at the minute. Predators will start with a 1-minute 13 power play to start the third. It's currently 2-1 Predators. And just starting the second intermission is Jackets and Wild. Jackets up 3-2. The shots 34 for the Wild through 2. A high shot affair there. Stars are 1-0 against the Avs with only 5 shots in the first intermission currently. Let's check the standings as of now. Obviously, not a lot obviously will be going on now. Currently, we're 4th in the division. Our goal difference is exactly 0. Pittsburgh have 4 points, but they've played 3 games. We won 2. Carolina, currently it is Carolina. Yeah, Carolina, Rangers, Pens, Caps, New Jersey, Flyers, Columbus, Islanders. I think the Metropolitan this year is going to be the most competitive out of any, apart from Flyers and Pittsburgh. But yeah, we'll see. And then in terms of the entire league, let's just have a quick check. Florida winning all 3 games so far. Florida, Boston, the Avalanche, Carolina, Rangers, Montreal, Pittsburgh, Vegas, Wild, Canucks, Seattle, Dallas, Nashville, Toronto, Winnipeg, and Capitals in the 16th right now. But it is very early doors, obviously. But that will have to do it. Caps finish 4-2 here in game 2 of the first of 41 away games in this season. Our next game will be, let me check here. we will be playing the Rangers. Tomorrow night, I believe that is. It says tomorrow for me, which is midnight, so I think it's just tomorrow. But yes, that will be a decent game because I think they've won. Yeah, they've won 2, lost 1 here. Not sure who they've played so far. They have played against New Jersey, lost 3-1, lost. Oh wait, no, that's preseason. Never mind. They lost 3-0 to Pens, won 4-0 against particular very mid team with the Sabres. Then won 6-1 against the Pens today. Not sure what happened between the 3-day break between playing them teams back to back, but going from 3 down to 6-1, it's quite a difference here. So we'll see as obviously who of the 3 games I've played so far are against the Metro teams, which is what we're going to be playing mostly against. But that will do it here for today. So I hope you all enjoyed the stream. I think we peaked at like 9 possibly there. But yeah, this is definitely the longest game. We had such a break having to wait for that very controversial goal there in the third period with Matthew Schaefer's first NHL goal. But yeah, we'll see how it all goes in the next game. I will just double check just quickly to see if I'll actually be able to play that, or well, I'll be able to do that or not, because I didn't know how my schedule is looking. Okay, so yeah, I could do. Yeah, it's fine. Tomorrow I'll be a little bit tired going into uni all day because I start at 9, don't finish till 6, and then I have ice hockey training actually in the evening. So that'll be interesting. Although I only have 2 training sessions until I'm up in Leeds in the UK, for those who know. So I won't be able to do the Ottawa game on the 26th. Well, technically 25th for most of you, but 26th for me because it hits midnight. As I will be coming back an hour drive, about an hour and a half drive down back home for my game at that time. So probably won't be able to watch any of that unless I watch it on my phone over at the rink on the way, or in the car on the way home. But that will do it as there for now. Thanks for all joining today's stream, and I'll see you all in about 21 hours again for another stream. I'll see you then. Peace.